What's going on, BenchWarmers? Welcome back to another episode, a great episode. London is red! Woo! Yeah, I love
bye,
it.
guys.
I love it. I love it. Look. Before we get into everything that is the Premier League, I have to reiterate. We here at the bench, we jinx ourselves.
Yes.
And I've called it before, and it happened again. But we'll save that for further down the episode. Before we kick things off, a little housekeeping for you guys. We have to let you know where to watch us, where to follow us, where to email us, all that good stuff. So, also, I'm going to give you the easy one, bro. I'm going to set you up. I'm going to give you the little all of you. You got to slam dunk it. Where can they watch us?
YouTube.
At?
BenchWarmers FC TV.
Boom. Easy. One and done. Marco, where can they listen to us?
They can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher by searching BenchWarmers FC.
And what's our email too? Just throw it in there.
bench@benchwarmersfc.com.
Awesome. Thank you. And of course, with all our social medias, give us a follow, give us a comment. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know when you want to jump on the bench and share your voice and give your banter. And also hit the little notification bell on YouTube, and so that we, when we have new content coming out. And just share us with your friends, because at the end of the day, we want to get more exposure. We want you guys to join us on the bench as well. That's the name of the game, man. But without further ado, let's kick it off, man.
Damn, I missed the whistle. Now that
I was looking for it. I was looking for it right now. I
haven't
blown it in the wild, man.
There you go.
All right,
close
cool.
enough.
That was terrible.
So before we kick things off for the Premier League weekend that we just experienced, I want to give you guys a little inside news, and this is here first. Nobody else has heard this right now. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Okay, that's not regarding what I was next. I'll tell you guys. I thought it was. So there is a rumor. It looks like it's more likely that it's true than not. Let me get this out of the screenshots. And it looks like BenchWarmers FC have found a new president.
Oh shit! Who?
And it looks like they're coming back for what many of us are going to call it the last dance.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it's happening. Dyer, I wanted to make sure you were on this because I know you've been asking me. Oh, I think he's frozen again.
No, he's good.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. I keep.
Oh, his dog keeps freezing. So we're going to have to just kind of like either move on without him or wait till he catches up with us. But yes, there is a rumor that there's a new president for BenchWarmers FC, and it's going to be the last dance.
Okay.
So they say. They always say it's the last dance, and then they go for another year.
Once you get that chip, you get that itch.
Yeah, exactly, bro. But there's a reason why we're missing our beloved Statro today.
Okay.
So it looks like my man has taken the presidency by the horns and will lead this club to victory.
Really?
So Diego, it looks like I'm putting you on the spot right now. When you hear this, when you watch this, and next time you're on with us, we're gonna be calling you El Presidente Diego Orozco.
So it's not only gonna be a Presidente Fiore, now it's gonna be a Presidente Orozco.
That's it, bro.
Okay.
It looks like. Look, this is some insider information right now that I'm leaking out to you guys. So take it with a grain of salt. Things can fall through the cracks. We are BenchWarmers, and we always fuck things up somehow.
For real.
So we'll see what happens. But if there's anybody out there who is looking to join a team and bring home the silverware, let us know. Reach out to us. We are looking for a few players in certain areas of the pitch. For the most part, we do have a full lineup by the looks of it. But if you're interested in playing and you want to try out, please feel free. Shoot us an email. Leave us a comment. All that good stuff.
What have I been missing?
Because
I didn't know anything about this.
so just to kind of give you guys a clear picture of what actually happened throughout this whole process. We were betting, for some presidents, and Marco was definitely on the list. But the fact that he oversleeps and misses half the game.
I mean,
it's kind of hard to rely on a president that's not going to be there.
I made sure that you remembered that I'd missed half your games last season, so you wouldn't ask me to do it.
No, this all happened before I even asked you.
Well, you didn't ask because you knew that I would.
Yeah, so there's a reason why, Marco. Look, don't think it personal, but
Bro, that's the least
I know
thing
you
I would
like your
do.
beauty sleep. I know
Bro,
you
hell
enjoy
yeah,
your
bro.
sleep. So do I.
This beard does not grow on itself. Actually, it does.
I thought it was chicken poo they put there.
Yeah, it's that too. That's what makes it grow like this. It makes it shiny and shit.
So for anybody out there who wants to join us on the pitch and hopefully bring home the silverware for what we're calling it, again, we always say this as the last dance. Let us know, reach out to us, and we'd be happy to try out and honestly just have a little fun, play some footy. That's why we're here. So let's get into this weekend's games. I'm sorry, I want to get you guys' reactions. Any thoughts on that?
I'm excited. I still have questions on who's going to be part of the team and who you have already said yes. That has said yes.
Okay, well,
But we'll talk about that
most
later.
of it. You know most of it.
I'm assuming. I have an idea.
I know you've been asking for a while. What's going on? Like, is there a team? Is there not a team?
He also has something to say. He's like, you already committed to another team. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Nah. Listen, chill. Listen, from what I've heard before, I asked Erik if we're making the BenchWarmers again this year, and he said that as of right now, it didn't look like at that time when we had the conversation. So I went out looking for another team, and I had a few contacts, but I'll always drop those teams for the BenchWarmers to be playing with my boys.
There you go. So it looks like hopefully this week we'll put an announcement on our Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff of El Presidente signing his contract and all the players that he's bringing along with him. So
About
stay
to make a meme out of that.
make a meme out of that. Stay tuned for that. Now let's get into this weekend's matchups. First one we have here is Aston Villa drawing to Newcastle. Looks like that wave they were riding has came down crashing, and they haven't had the best results lately. For a club that was playing so strong earlier in the season, so they drew this last game. They drew against Wolves. They lost to Sheffield, and they're on a 3-game on a rough little run right now. And do you guys know if Grealish is back this game or no?
Not this past one. Upcoming, there's a possibility. I think after his injury, he came back, got sick.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
He was sick. Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's okay to play this upcoming game on this short weekend we're gonna have.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Without Grealish, Aston Villa, they're just not the same anymore.
At all.
So we'll see what happens with them. I think they still have a game in hand compared to everybody else. So they can still make a decent run for Europe as long as they keep form and Grealish is back on that team, man. But it doesn't seem too likely at the moment at the current form. The other game we have is Leeds and Chelsea drawing 0-0. Although Tuchel has yet to lose, he's drawing a lot of games. And a lot of people are saying that it's kind of reverting back to Saudi ball. Josue, did you have any thoughts on how Chelsea are performing, and is there any truth to this Tuchel bringing back Saudi ball?
Wait, can I answer that for you? Because you're gonna say you didn't watch the game.
You didn't watch the game, and he froze. So we're just pretend that we never asked him that question. But yeah, man, let me look at the stats real quick. I just want to see how many shots were taken for each team, because if it's true that
you guys still freezing on me, just so you know.
Okay, yeah. So it's freezing, guys. I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties tonight.
Hey, this time it's not my fault. Just putting it out there.
It's not Marco's fault. So it looks like Marco and I may be doing most of the talking, but it was a pretty even game by the looks of it. Chelsea, I don't know how to read them, man. They look strong, and then they pull out these performances where they're drawing 0-0. They're not getting the win that they should be getting. They are currently where in the table? I think they're fourth, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Fourth in the table with 51 points. West Ham right behind them. I don't know, man. Chelsea, I think are in a good position to stay top 4, but they gotta start getting results.
I mean, personally, I think that's all their objective. Do you know that they can't win the league?
Of course. I mean, I think Man City won the league already. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's given. We shouldn't like doubt it unless they go like in a horrible losing streak, which I doubt. Just all they have to do is continue this progress and try to keep it as close to ties and short wins as possible, man, and then figure something out for next season. Because by the looks of it, this past game they dominated the majority of the game. I'm pretty surprised that they weren't able to score against Leeds.
Yeah, for a team that gives up 20 goals a game.
Yeah, exactly. We're used to watching Leeds score 5, get scored 6 or 7. So,
Why
but
aren't we
in this
seeing
case,
Timo? Oh, Josue has left the building, guys. It looks like his connection has gone to shit. But why isn't Timo Werner scoring? You know, that's the whole thing that everybody's saying is Tuchel's going to bring the best out of Timo Werner, and
not at
we have
all.
yet to see it. You know,
I think this is definitely not the season. We haven't seen it at all with him. I don't see this being his season. And I mean, unless they bring somebody else in to help him more up top, which would mean more money to be spent. I just think I kind of feel like this could have been a wasted money.
yeah. Well, hopefully it is for them because I mean, it doesn't matter for them. They just splurge every other.
No, they'll
window.
take the L, bro. They have the most expensive goalkeeper on their bench. So do you think they care?
Yep. Also, got kicked out. Looks like his connections are not going to be able to supporting him today. So it's going to be an Arsenal only podcast, man. I'm cool with that.
You know, I think he's fucking with his router. I'm gonna put it out there. I think he's fucking with the router because he didn't really want to have that conversation about how Arsenal versus Spurs went. We'll talk about it in a little bit.
You know what? Let's go over the other games real quick, and then let's talk about the derby. Because
bro, there's so much to talk about.
In my opinion, that was the game of the weekend. And if you're not an Arsenal fan, sorry, but this is going to turn into an Arsenal episode because it's only Marco and I here. And
you have done one of these in a minute.
To show up, you know, Nico did say if they win, he's not gonna come on because he looks like well, I don't know, we say a fake fan or something like that, or something like that. But whatever. Well, we continue. We move on. Crystal Palace 1-0 to West Brom. I think Zaha just came back for this game, showing his importance for this team. Without him, they also struggle, just like Aston Villa. Leicester City. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. Everton losing to Burnley. Oh man, Everton. These guys are, I don't know, man. Like they Ancelotti brings out the best in them when they need to against, you know, like Liverpool or something, for example. But then they lose to Burnley. I mean, who am I to talk? Arsenal had a rough time this season with Burnley as well, but this is the season where they can stick it to Liverpool, kick him out of Europe, be above them on the table, and they keep choking it away. Ah, man, if you're an Evertonian, I'm sorry for your result, but you gotta just pick it up and move on.
For real.
Man City, Fulham. That looks like that loss to United didn't do any damage to them. 3-0 on the bounce, and I think they beat Southampton too. If I'm mistaken.
Yes, they did, and then they won their Champions League game today.
Yeah, so looks like that L did not. Oh, he's back. Looks like that L did not disrupt their current form. They continue winning and firing on all cylinders. They are still in contention for the quadruple. Will they win it? I think if there is a Man City team to win it, this is the Man City team to win it. So they can win the quadruple. Well, Josue, what do you think about Man City winning the quadruple? Is it possible? I think you're frozen, so I'm not even going to bother asking you, actually. Southampton versus Brighton. He's frozen. Dude, bro, I'm sorry. If you do what? Do you froze again?
Bro,
oh my God.
I think at this point you just don't waste your time.
Yeah, bro. Just text
I have no idea what you're saying.
It's all good, man. Just look, I'll see you online later, bro.
Just smile and wave.
Just smile and wave, and thank you for joining us, Dyer. Thank you for joining us.
All right, later,
bro. Oh man, wow. You know, Marco, that sucks, man. The game where we completely dominate. There's nobody here to join us,
bro. Exactly. We can gloat, but gloat amongst each other, like. How does that work out? Like, what am I going to agree with you? I'm gonna
look. We'll get there. Okay, we'll gloat, and then when we get there, we'll enjoy it. All right.
All right. I got
a journey together. Southampton lose to Brighton 2-1. Southampton, another team who are just on a roller coaster of a season, but I think they could potentially be in the relegation. I don't know.
Yes.
Place. They're in 14th place. And Fulham. Actually, they're tied on points. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're not. They are. It looks like for 7 points ahead. They gotta keep solid form if they want to stay top, man. If they want to stay in the division, so they gotta continue getting results. This one was not, and at all what they needed.
Yeah, they have to figure something out because they were doing so well at the beginning of the season, and now it's just downhill.
Speaking of doing very well, Leicester City 5-0 with
Crazy.
Sheffield recently losing their head coach Wilder. How do you feel about that? Was that a right move on his part to just bounce? Was it premature?
I mean,
what are your thoughts on it?
personally,
Do you know the background on it?
I mean, I know a little bit about it, and I do remember hearing that when towards the mid of the season, they were. I heard rumors about if there was a possibility of him being kicked out and stuff like that, and they said no, he's one of those coaches that won't leave a team midway. He'll die. He'll bring him up or die trying. And knowing that he left now, it's kind of like, okay. So he saw that the sinking ship, and he said, "Fuck it, let me get out."
There have been reports out that him and the owners, I believe that some Arab owners or some wealthy owners did not back him after he had a great run last season, which, with all due respect, they should have backed him because he did something with that team that nobody thought was going to be done. Stay top division and very, very convincingly too.
Yeah.
So the owners didn't back him. They had a falling out from what I understand, and he bounced.
But isn't that the problem that a lot of these smaller teams, quote unquote smaller teams, have? Is that when it comes down to it, and they say, "All right, look what I did for your team. I brought them where they're at. Now back me up." And we've seen it. We've seen it with Newcastle with Rafa Benitez. He brought him up. He said, "Look, I'm here. Give me money. I'm gonna bring Newcastle to a new era." They didn't. He left. He said, "Fuck it. You guys not gonna help me out." This is it.
And now look what's happening. Sheffield is more likely relegated already, and Newcastle is in 17th place. They're 2 points ahead of Fulham, so they can just get relegated as well. So look, the name of the game now is invest money.
Exactly.
That's how you're gonna win. Pep said it himself. If he was being sarcastic or not, it's true. You need money to progress as a club. So Sheffield didn't get it. They're gonna get relegated. Newcastle didn't get it. They may get relegated. We have yet to see. But Leicester was the exception. They came into the league after being in the lower division, won the league, and their owner, I don't mispronounce his name, who passed away, but he invested money into the club, and look where they are, man. I think they're still in top 4, right? Yeah, they're in 3rd place.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show, it's unfortunately grassroots is kind of a thing of the past. Not too far in the past. There's still some grassroots players that continue going through the academies and making the teams better, but you have to invest in your teams. You have to invest. The next game is Arsenal Tottenham. We'll save that for the very end. We have Manchester United beating West Ham 1-0. Did Lingardinho play this game?
No, he wasn't allowed to play.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was in his contract. He wasn't allowed to play.
Fucking United, bro.
He was playing against his home team.
That's just bullshit, bro.
Yeah, bullshit. Bro, I think that's a clause that they should take out. I know some teams out there do keep it, but others have said, you know what, fuck it, we'll just remove it because it's kind of like cheating. If that's a player that is mostly helping you out, you're kind of limiting them.
Play.
Yeah, so a lot of them is scare tactics. Again, it's scare tactics. It's something that some teams and fans are looking, and they're like, "Yo, you're afraid of us. You're afraid that what your team, your player is doing for us is better or more than what it was producing for you guys." And you're scared to see it, and you're scared that the result will be that you should have never let him go.
And that result could have definitely gone against them because it was only 1-0, and it was an own goal in the 83rd minute. Mm-hmm. So it's not like United won this game convincingly either. But damn, that sucks, man. I was really hoping Lingardinho played this game. I wanted to see him score. That'd been great. That'd been great to see him score against his current club, I guess you could say.
What is this? What is his?
Something like this, I think.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Some bullshit.
Whatever he does.
The next game we have is Wolves losing to Liverpool. Diego Jota comes back and gets the winning goal.
Yeah, man.
The missing key?
I was talking to Diego about this on Thursday when we did the FPL, which, heads up, we will not have an FPL this week.
I think we will. I think we will. He's gonna give us the notes and everything. Yeah, we'll run it down.
I mean, if he's available, then I'm definitely down. But I
may not be doing fantasy, but I'll try to help out as much as I can.
Okay.
I may have given up on that ship a long time ago.
I mean, what's easy having you?
As always.
No, but I was talking to Diego about it, and I think now that Jota's back, I knew that the lineup was going to change, and it goes to show. Now, I'm not saying that he is the missing key, and then all their problems are solved. No, but this is something that if he wasn't in the team, I don't think this result would have happened. I think they would have walked away with a 0-0, or they could even lose it. But because Jota is back, he brought that desire to score a goal that maybe Salah or Mane were missing, and he put it down. He made it happen, and with a simple 1-0 result, gave him extra
against his
points.
former club too. Against his former club, and it looks like he replaced Firmino. Mane had a few opportunities to score a goal actually, and it just looks like there's something mentally not clicking right there up top. And Jota was the one to actually, I guess, get him the result. But one thing I really want to kind of point out, and as stupid and as obvious as it may sound, it looks like Klopp figured out how to solve his defensive issues.
You think
you
so?
Want to know what that is?
What is it?
He put actual defenders to play.
I mean, that they're healthy enough, or no, these are players that were actually in a team, right?
Yes,
they were just sitting there.
They were just sitting there. He was playing Fabinho. He was playing Henderson back there. Look, man, I get it. The young players, you don't want to put them in a situation where they can completely shit the bed and screw their whole careers over. But you have to trust in the youth. And if he would have done this earlier, before they went on that 6-game loss at home, they may be in a better position now. But Klopp looks like he finally found a solution and played the players in their preferred positions. Wow, who would have thought, right? If you play a defender and if you play a center back, they can actually do something right. Wow, who would have thought? Who would have thought? That's outstanding management right there. But speaking of outstanding managements, now we can get into what we really want to talk about, Marco.
No, but start off from the beginning. Start off from the text message that you sent.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for calling it out, because let me pull it up, actually. Let me pull it up, because that is, I was actually thinking about that, and I did want to bring it up.
I mean, it's just you and me, so.
Well, you mean and Dimitri, who's
yeah, no, I mean, right now in podcast.
All right, let me see. Oh wait, I can't go that far high. That's some BS. All right, so story time. It's the game at 12:30, right? This weekend,
weekend? We played at 12:30.
Yeah. So we stayed up late on Saturday as always.
We saw the time. We saw the time change.
We saw the time change from 2 to 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up a little bit late, but still woke up to see some of the other games. Got myself some breakfast, got myself some tea, sat down in front of the TV, getting ready to watch the game.
Preparing
mentally ready, because it's a derby. It's stressful.
It's a big game.
It's a big game, huge game. The notification comes out. Aubameyang dropped. No Martinelli on the squad. Pepe on the bench. And this is my fault. I always say don't back the coach. I questioned Arteta hard on this one, and I was very upset with what I was reading. And I think you and Dimitri were in support of everything. And once I found out why Aubameyang got dropped, which we'll talk about in a bit, I understood. But
that wasn't until the game had started. They actually came out to say what was the reason for it.
Exactly. Yeah. So when I'm seeing all this happening, I'm stressing out, because this is the fucking derby, man, and we have to fucking win this game. There's no way Spurs are gonna get a double over us this season. So I'm stressing out. You and Dimitri are in favor of what's going on, and with hindsight, completely makes sense. But the cojones, the balls on Arteta to do what he did, I completely respect him. I will never question his judgment again.
I mean, us as fans, yes. I've seen rumors, and not rumors. I saw one person, maybe there's more than one, that came out and said, "Oh, this is the wrong time to do certain thing like that." I'm like, no, this is the perfect time. this is the time that you show an example, and it's if your captain is gonna do not stupid things, but be late, not care enough for the team, or not prioritize the situation that they're going through, which is they have a big derby, a big game coming up, and be late and do it more than once. I think you have to set an example, and he's the perfect person. Do you think anybody else is gonna do it now?
Oh
Knowing
man,
that they'll be like, "Yo, you can be Aubameyang, you can be our captain, and yet you still have to obey by my rules. And my rules is if you are on time, you're late. You have to be 10 minutes early to be on time."
yeah, exactly. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. That's exactly that's the kind of mentality that these players should be having, especially for a game of this caliber. And to read that, apparently, and I don't know how true this is. Of course, these are reports that we're reading, but the Athletic, who I think is one of the most accurate news outlets in when it comes to sports, they reported that all the players completely backed Arteta on this decision, and it showed on the field, man. They played good. Now, it could also have been Spurs not playing as good as they have been in the past couple games, but for Arteta to drop his best attacking threat to set an example, it's a complete masterclass. Because I if let me ask you, Marco, if this would have gone as a loss, if you would have lost 1-0, 2-1, whatever it was, would we be saying the same thing? Would the narrative change?
Oh man, I
Would it be
think
would the narrative be Arteta dropped the Aubameyang or Aubameyang causes loss for Arsenal as he is late and dropped from the squad? But right now the narrative is Arteta masterclass of or master whatever example of putting Alba on the bench and still winning the game, complete masterclass. Would the narrative change if he had lost?
I
Would you
think
still be
so.
backing this decision?
I mean, I would, but because I understand why he did it, but the headlines wouldn't be the same, and that's
They wouldn't be the
forgiven.
same.
Now, to another point, what Aubameyang's head goes to that. You see, if you would have never put me here, you would have never lost. I mean,
Mhm.
they had to win it, and they did.
It had
That's
to, and it was yes, yeah, huge result. Let's talk about Spurs a little bit because as much as I love how well we played,
correct.
Spurs also did not play good. And what have been Arsenal's biggest problems in the past couple games? Playing out the back.
Mhm.
What the Spurs do? They sat back and didn't press. I don't understand what his tactics were in this game. He saw Bell off. Bell looked upset with complete justification because he's an attacking player. If you're not putting him in the position where he can attack, he's useless. And he was useless that game.
I
He was
mean,
non-existent.
you're putting up four people, four attackers. You're basically creating a division. I think, and we can go back to our announcement with today's with Benchwarmers coming back for the last song. We saw it last season. It had like we had forward and we had defense, but we didn't have a midfield to transition balls. It kind of felt in certain ways that it was like that because you have Moda, you had Son, you had Kane, and you had Bale all pushing up, all running if they needed to go up there and waiting for the balls. And then you had the defense, but then you weren't giving them the balls and they were just waiting up and then you were just taking it and holding back. And that was it. Like there were no I feel like there wasn't more a hunger or
No
a
intensity.
tactic or something to push it to put it on our field to take that pressure off of them. They're like, no, we can handle it because this is Mourinho's way. And what do? We won. We pressed hard. Two, you consistently saw the ball go from left to right and back. And it was pure tactics, pure tiki taka, like we always mention, and we just hold the ball in transition, and of course the goal came in as a I don't want to call it a fluke. It was just luck.
Oh, well, I I despise Lamela.
I
I think
mean,
he's the biggest scumbag on that team. They're all scumbags, but he's the biggest scumbag.
I
But that goal was just pure filth.
mean, yeah.
I I can't take anything away from that. That is a goal that only certain players can pull off, and he is one of those players that can pull it off.
I mean, I trolled Party for letting that ball go through his legs. I said that he had that cowboy stand.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, as much as you want to troll him for that, it's not really his fault. Like that shot is not supposed to happen.
No,
you don't do that.
You don't expect it.
You don't do those shots in the middle of a box with two defenders, with three defenders between you and the goal. I'm sorry, 4 because David Luiz was behind him, and so was Leno. So 4 players between him and the goal. He does a Rabona and goes through the legs of Party and at the far corner. It was amazing, amazing goal.
It was slow too. Like I saw people just react and go like this. So I'm like,
it was so unexpected. It was just so unexpected. But then Lamela did the most Lamela thing.
Man, he got himself a red.
He got himself a red card. So thank you, Lamela, for giving Spurs the only highlight they're gonna have against us this season, and then getting a red card and fucking them at the end. But one thing I do want to mention is I want to give props to Mourinho as well, man. He I think it was brilliant what he did in our favor by giving us an extra player. He played Doherty on the right-hand side, knowing he's a diehard Arsenal fan. And you could see it because he let Emil Smith-Rowe and Tierney run circles around him. So, Mourinho, thank you for playing a lifelong Arsenal fan and just letting us run route through that left side. Emil Smith-Rowe and Tierney were tearing him up. That kid has a lot of potential. I'm excited to watch him play.
Crazy how he plays. Now, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into tactics, but I don't know if you noticed that for the most part, I know that the lineup we mentioned in the past. You consistently say that with Arteta, there is no actual lineup. There is a lot of movements going on. But for me, Smith-Rowe, instead of playing that left wing position, I think he left it for Tierney to do. And for him, it was more like a cam pushing to the left, going to the out. But he was always playing from within and then out. I don't know if you noticed that. It was something consistent
I know what you're talking about.
Did.
I know what you're talking about. I think that was more Arteta. And yeah, you have a point. The way they were playing. I also think that Arteta knew, and any big team, well, not big team, any smart team could figure out that Bell is not going to track back. He is no longer that player. He is not going to help out defensively.
He doesn't do the job anyway.
He doesn't.
Even though he started off as a left back,
yeah,
he will not do the job.
So what did Arsenal do? They attacked that left side. It was 2 versus 1 the entire time. Doherty he was lost because Bell was not supporting him. So I think this game was more of a masterclass of tactics from Arteta, and Emil Smith-Rowe was arguably our best player on the pitch that day. One more question for you, Marco. Well, 2 questions actually. 1, was that a penalty? And 2, have you taken the shit stains out of your underwear from the last 10 minutes of that game?
No, to the shit stains. I think I shit it at least 3 times. 2 times. I think 1 or 2 of them were because they hit the post, and it would have been beautiful goals. But yes, I think it's a penalty. Soft, but penalty.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of I guess reports saying, oh, it was not a penalty, this, then the other. But I think this is also the media just being in favor of not Spurs, but wherever their England captain is. And I feel like I've been hearing a lot about this with Alan Shearer, with David Beckham. When they were the captains of England, they got away with murder. And you look at this game, Harry Kane, he blindsided Gabriel.
Bro, I'm surprised that he didn't walk away with the yellow or red.
Nothing.
Even the yellow, at least the yellow.
Why?
Nothing.
Why? Because the media. This is the England captain. He's a golden boy. He can do nothing wrong. It influences the refs. It influences everybody. We are what we are, we are our environment, our surroundings, and this is things that we consume every day. Mm-hmm. So the media is telling you Harry Kane is the golden boy. He does nothing wrong. He doesn't flop. He flops all the fucking time, by the way. Dude, you saw what he did. We all have seen what he did. And if you haven't watched it, reach out to us. We'll send you the link. He should have been sent off for that, man. So if Spurs fans want to bitch and complain about that penalty, you know what? Harry Kane should have been sent off as well a long time ago.
They should have had 9 players.
They should have had 9 players, but Arsenal walk away with the 3 points. London continues to be red. Unfortunately, we are still in 10th place. But The future is bright, man. The future is bright. I've said that in the past. I questioned it in the past, and I'm believing it again, man. I think we have the right to change our opinions as
Hell yeah.
the season progresses, and I'm changing my opinions every day. I'm learning as we go.
Every
And I'm
game, bro.
excited.
Every game.
Every game is different. If we can keep this form, dude.
And I don't have. I mean, as I don't see why you can't not judge, but criticize your coach in good faith because you want the best for your team.
Fair enough.
And in your case, you love Martinelli. You think that he's the future, and he is. I believe he is. And then you criticize that he's not on the bench. He's not getting his play time. You don't understand why William is consistently playing, but Pepe keeps on being left on the bench. And I think that's a good criticism. Now, why? I don't. He's never going to come out and say it, but I think he has a vision and he sees something in training that we don't see because we're not there. And that's the only reason why I'm like, you know what, okay. But again, me personally, I don't like seeing William. I also hated seeing David Luiz at the beginning of last season. But now,
how good was he?
Bro, if you see him, he can pair up with Gabriel, he can pair up with Holding, and always be phenomenal.
I've said it before. David Luiz on his day, when he's not doing fuck ups, he is world class defender.
Personally, like I don't know about you, but like at least this second half of the season, I think he has been. He's been on his best. I mean,
phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I don't recall. At least this year.
That Benfica fuck up where he almost cost us a goal.
Yeah,
he's been great. Like I said, when he's on his game, he is world class.
And he has been on his game lately. So
yeah, and Gabriel, he has stepped it up. He is looking like the Gabriel that we signed in the beginning of the season with the 3 man of the month awards. He stepped it up again. This game had emptied out his pockets and found Harry Kane in there and tossed him to the side. So I'm happy with the result. Great, huge win for Arsenal and Arteta for doing what he did. Huge balls on him for doing that.
So we can't move out of the 10th place, but yes.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. As much as you try, we just can't get out of it. But you know what, man? Next season is a new season, as we always say, and let's just hope for the best. But I think that's it for today, man. I enjoyed talking a little bit more about Arsenal than usual. I want to keep talking about more about Arsenal, but I don't want to.
We can go all night, and that's
go all night. I can go all night, and we can actually we won the league already, but we're still in 10th place. Which
hey, we already have the best Champions competition in the world right now that we have on Thursday, which is Europa. So
I think Martinelli might start that game. By the way,
I wouldn't be surprised. We what 3-1 on that one.
Yeah, and I saw him in training today. He looked pretty.
We should be ready for that one.
Pretty excited.
See new faces on it.
Yeah, man. So with all that being said, thank you for joining us as always. Please let us know if you want to join us on the bench. We are more than happy to welcome anybody on here to banter with us. Give us your thoughts on your teams and just share your voice.
Oh yeah.
We are the BenchWarmers, the bench with the voice, where the bench is always warm. Peace, everybody.